மறைந்த குடியரசு முன்னாள் தலைவர் டாக்டர் ஏபிஜே அப்துல் கலாமின் கடைசி நிமிடங்கள், அவர் உதிர்த்த வார்த்தைகள், அனுபவித்த வேதனைகள் அனைத்தையும் வார்த்தைகளால் விவரிக்கிறார் அவரது உதவியாளர், கலாமின் செயலாளர்களில் ஒருவரான திரு ஸ்ரீஜன் பால் சிங். நியூஸ் 7 தமிழுக்கு அளித்த பிரத்யேக பேட்டி இதோ.
Well, actually what happened is that we went from Delhi to Guwahati in a 12:40 flight which landed in Guwahati at around 2:30. Then from 3 o'clock we started a road journey into Shillong, IIM Shillong, which was about 2.5 hours. So we reached IIM Shillong at around 5:30 after about 5 hours of traveling in flight and in car. He was perfectly healthy and he was very cheerful. He was very vibrant. He was making jokes. He was talking about very critical issues as well. He was talking about why the stall of the parliament, how it needs to be resolved, and how it is important for the democratic institution like a parliament to function well. He was also concerned about the Punjab incident, which was a terror incident, and he was specifically mentioning that this kind of a pseudo war or a phony war or a soft war is extremely detrimental for the global order, because the topic which he was going to discuss in IIM Shillong was creating a livable planet, and his point was that such soft terrorism is the biggest threat to creating a livable planet Earth. Then the third thing he did was, just ahead of us there was a pilot gypsy, and in that gypsy there were two soldiers sitting either side, and one of the soldiers in the center was standing. So he asked me if I could make this soldier sit down, and so I told him, sir, we can try it on walkie-talkie, but when we tried to do a walkie-talkie on it, the soldier did not respond. He probably could not listen to us in all the wind. Later then Dr. Kalam said, okay, if we can't make him sit down, I want to meet him when we land in IIM Shillong. At 5:30 when we arrived at IIM Shillong, he specifically again reminded me that you guy, as he usually says, you guy, go and get that soldier. So I went out, I searched out that particular tall, lean soldier who was standing upright in the gypsy. Dr. Kalam greeted him with all cheerness and thanked him, and also apologized, saying that, look, I'm so sorry that you had to stand because of me. I never really intended it, and if there's something I can offer you to eat. And the soldier was so shocked at the treatment. He was so surprised that here's a man who he thought is probably calling him to scold him or something, but he was actually saying sorry. But then of course Dr. Kalam did not want to be late for the class. At 6:30 his class was to start, and he was very specific that students should not wait. So he went to the class. That's when I saw him in the hall again. I pinned the mic on him, and he asked me, as he usually does, funny guy, all fit? I said, yes sir, all fit. And then he started talking. He explained the students in about 3 lines that he was going to talk about creating livable planet Earth. He was just about to recall his experience at Harvard and MIT. He was actually recognizing, he's recalling a joke kind of a thing from Harvard and MIT, where he asked these students to get together or otherwise he will not address them, and he managed to do so. And as soon as, with a smile, he was telling this to the students, he just paused for a second and he collapsed, and he just fell on the floor. We all were surprised. I immediately went to him and my colleague and the security officer. We picked him up, we put him on the sofa over there. I was very worried because I could not feel any breath. Whatever we could do from before the doctor could arrive, we did a CPR, a respiration, resuscitation, but nothing availed. When the doctor came, he said, of course, we had to take him to the hospital immediately. We rushed him. Within about 5-7 minutes from this incident happening, at around 6:40 he collapsed. Around at 6:42 the doctor said we should immediately clear the hall and take him off. 6:50 we were at the hospital. There we were told that his condition is very critical, and the doctors tried their best with all possible measures which they could. However, as fate would have it, we were not successful. While this is the saddest moment in my life, and perhaps in all his fans, his students, all his acquaintances, his friends,